KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP. Today I'm going to show you how to use up some leftovers. It's a Thursday night, I've got a fridge full of leftovers and we're going to make my southern fried chicken and mushroom cottage pie. Alright, really nice and easy to do. Let's get on with it. So I've gone through the fridge, I've got some leftover collie and broccoli cheesy bake, I've got some southern fried chicken left over, and I have some mashed potato left over as well. I'm not going to throw that out, it's a waste of money, and let's make something really nice and fun with this one. Alright, so here I've got a little saucepan, actually my little baby wok, a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter goes in there, and I'm going to add in around about a quarter cup's worth of plain flour, or you can use self-raising if you want. And what we're going to do is we're going to make up a little bit of a roux. So what we are basically going to do, we're going to make our sauce up for our pie, right, to go with our filling. So I'm just going to cook that butter out like I'm doing right there. Here I've got some chicken stock. Just going to add that in, stir that through until that flour absorbs that, and all we keep doing is as it gets absorbed and starts to thicken up, we just keep adding more and more chicken stock. Really nice and easy to do. Now, if you're a regular viewer, you would see me do this to make cheese sauces or bechamel sauces. You'll see me do this technique time and time again. So we just keep adding that liquid and wait for it to thicken up, and we'll get to a point where we can actually put all of that stock in. So make sure we get rid of as many lumps as possible, and if you do end up with a lump or two, there is a couple of cheats, like white pepper to taste and black pepper to taste as well. And if you like a little bit of salt in your gravy or sauce, add a bit of salt, but don't forget that chicken stock does have a salt factor to it, so I don't add any in. So I can't get rid of all the lumps, I'll go over to my whisk, give that a good whisk through, and it's a real good cheats way to make up a really nice smooth creamy sauce. Alright, so we just keep whisking that through, and we'll just keep cooking that down until it gets a little bit thick. Alright, I've put that aside. A little bit of butter into a little fry pan, a little bit of white and black pepper goes straight in just like that. Okay, and we can also add in a little bit of salt as well. This one will handle a bit of salt, this particular stage of our process. I'm just going to melt that down a little bit, and what I've done is gone and got some nice large cap mushrooms, and I've given those a nice thin slice. We just want to cook these off around about 90% of the way through. We don't want them to go to mush, but we don't want them really thick and undercooked either, because these are going to go into our beautiful pie. Alright, so we're just going to cook those down, let them soften, add a couple of herbs if you want to. Alright, don't need to, but you can. So they're going to be nice and tender. Look at those, they look absolutely magnificent. Alright, so here I've got a bowl, I've got my southern fried chicken bits, and I've given those like a little bit of a cut up and some cubes. The same with my leftover broccoli and cauliflower bake. So adding a little bit of vegetables to our pie. That can all just go straight into a bowl just like that. Give that a good mix through. Now the cheese is going to be a little bit stodgy, but you work through it, it'll all melt through, and in the end it'll end up being the most incredible pie filling ever. We've added our mushrooms in as well as that butter. We're going to just mix all of that through just like that. Nice and easy. Right, so I've got a baking tray with my little pie dish there, and all I'm simply going to do is add all of that straight in. How simple. We're not going to use a pastry, we're just going to make this a cottage pie. We don't need a pastry, because this is just going to create its own little meal all in the one little dish. Okay, so add all of those ingredients that we've just mixed through, just put that straight in, and now we can pour over our homemade gravy. If you want to use a packet gravy, that is fine, but why? You can make it yourself, it's not that hard to do. Alright, add all of that sauce in, just like that. Now my oven is sitting at 180 degrees Celsius. We're just going to give this a little bit of a poke through and get that gravy mixed in with all of our ingredients. Starting to salivate. I made this a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm just narrating it, and it just tastes amazing. Right, we're going to put our mashed potato, our leftover mashed potato, straight on top, just like that. Now, don't worry if it doesn't look like enough. We're going to make it go a little bit further. We use the back of a fork, and we're simply just going to spread that around. Now, you can make different patterns and different effects using this technique, and we are doing that. We're going to add some nice swirls to it. So just keep mixing that through, also spreading that through over the top, just in a nice thin layer. Alright, so far so good. And all I'm going to do now is add some symmetric squiggles straight down the pie using the back of the fork. Look at that. Right, that's really going to pop once this thing is cooked. I'm going to add in a little bit of finely shredded or grated pecorino cheese. You can use Parmesan if you like. And if you don't have the fresh stuff, that stuff you get in that little green shaker jar, that will work. I'm going to put that in the oven for around about 25 minutes. 25 minutes later, it comes out, and how good does that look? You've made your own leftovers pie, and in this case we've used southern fried chicken and mushrooms and made it a cottage pie. Alright, how easy was that? Love to see you try and make this one at home. Thank you so much for watching this video, really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button. Even if you don't, hit that like button. We're trying to get the algorithm up there. Leave a comment. I love reading, I love responding to them. Hit that notification bell to be notified every time a new video goes up, and share this video with as many friends on all platforms of social media that you can. As I said, we're trying to grow this channel. Anyway, if you want to learn how to use some leftovers and make something out of nothing, just like we have done here, well, you need to come and join the family, my family. Hit the subscribe button and you will never miss another one of my videos again. Off to eat this leftovers southern fried chicken and mushroom pie, and I will catch you next time. Bye.